Okay, we're going live. How do we feel about this? Okay, I think this is working. I think we got this all working. Welcome to Become a Money Magnet. It's a 5-part video series. So if you're watching this live, welcome. If you are watching it on a replay, also welcome. And we are going to go right into it. I have some stuff to go over. Hello, my friends. And we're doing live on Facebook. We're doing live on IG. So if you join on IG, if you join on Facebook, FB, then welcome in. What's up, Brad? How you doing? I'm going to give it another minute to let some people join. And Brad, I did see that you sent me a message, so I will get back to you today. We will get back to you. So today, we are talking about how to become a money magnet. So that's the topic for today. It's going to be a 5-part video series that we're super excited about. And we're going to go into it after some people have joined. Welcome to Become a Money Magnet. It's a 5-part video series. We're going live every day, every weekday for the next 5 days, which I'm excited about. Welcome, people. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so we're just going to go right into it. We're just start talking. If you're going to be watching this live, just jump on in whenever you are here, and we'll just go into it. And if you have questions, just let me know. So the objective for today, we're really going to talk about how to become a money magnet. So I'm going to talk and riff on money. I'm going to talk and riff about how to make more money, talk a little bit about my journey, making more money, credit card debt, feeling guilty around money, all that good stuff. So if you have questions around money, if you have anything, hi, Jonathan, how you doing? If you have questions around money, just let me know. Go into the comments and shoot off any questions, and we'll go into them, and I'll answer them for you, and I'll give you my advice and my opinion. And before we get started, I'd have to say I'm in my Audi dealership right now because I'm buying out my lease, and it's taking a lot longer than I thought. So I'm literally in an office. I convinced them to give me an office to work from. So we're in the Audi dealership office. And I wrote my notes. I have everything. I have my computer set up, and I have like my coffee and whatnot. So this is like true to form. I promised I was going live, so I'm just keeping my word to myself. And we're improvising. So this is not the setup that I was kind of envisioning, but we're here and we're doing it. So I'm going to just kind of dig right in. And again, if you have questions as you're joining, just put them in the comments. Anything around money, anything around becoming a money magnet, anything that you think would be relevant or you have questions on or things that you want to dig into. But I'm going to start by talking about how to make more money. And one of the first things I did in my making more money journey. So how did I begin making more money emotionally, energetically? What was kind of the catalyst for the growth in my income? And for those of you that don't know me, my income journey has been a little sporadic. In 2016, I made a total of about $26,000. And that was my first year being an entrepreneur. I spent around $40,000 total, and I made like $26,000. So I was in the red, pretty deep in the red in 2016. And in 2020, I ended up making about $350,000. So so for those of you that don't know me, that's kind of like my income journey. Hi, JC, how you doing? And so one of the first things I did when it comes to making more money, when it comes to creating more wealth and thinking about money differently, was understanding the idea that everything when it comes to money, and that how much you earn, how much you make, how much you spend, all of it is based on your belief system. So what does that mean, right? The amount of money that you make, the amount of money that you earn, the business that you're in, all of that is based on your belief system. So all of the money that you currently have in your bank account, everything that you bring in on a monthly basis is really based on what you believe is or isn't possible. And so one of the first things when I was on my money journey and starting to explore making more money, the first thing I did was I looked to my belief systems when it came to money. What did I believe about money? And this sounds like irrelevant sometimes, at least if you had asked Scotty 1.0, like, what's the most important thing in making money? I definitely would not have said belief systems. I would have been like, work harder, spend more hours, like, figure out the secrets to scaling your business. But understanding your belief system around money truly is the most important thing you can do to start making more money. And I'll give you a couple examples. So I talk to a lot of one-on-one clients. I talk to a lot of people in my money course. I talk to a lot of people who want to make more money. And I'll hear things like, in my career or in my profession as a nurse, people don't get paid more than $100,000. Or, I can only work part-time because I have kids. So people don't really make that much money. Or I'm a doctor, or I'm a therapist, or I'm a lawyer. And it's just not common for people in this profession to make a lot of money. And while that may be true for some people around you, and that might be your actual experience, what I want to instill in you and what I want you all to really understand is that is a belief system. There is no universal truth about how much money you can make or how much money you should make in life. It's all based on your belief system of how much money you think it's possible to make. And so when I was growing up, I was exposed to money, but I wasn't exposed to like massive amounts of wealth, right? And I think that's pretty common for a lot of us. I wasn't exposed personally to like lots and lots and lots of money. And so my belief system around money was limited by the people around me and how much money they were making, right? So I kind of had this idea of like, well, I could make $150,000 or $250,000, but like I can't make $2 million. Like that doesn't seem possible, right? Because the trajectory for a lot of people around me was, you go from like 50,000 to 75,000 to 100,000, and you just progress up the ladder. And the biggest shift for me when it came to me making more money was really believing the fact that I could make millions and millions of dollars. And I don't mean just saying it, like I don't mean just like saying, hey, I can make $1 million, because you can say a lot of things about money, but do you actually feel it? Like, do you actually feel like it's possible for you? And so on this money journey, as I started to earn more, as I started to explore earning more, there are a lot of beliefs that I had and still do have that I really needed to work through and process and really dispel in order to start making more money and getting to the next level. And so, for example, one of the big things that has come up for me in my life and in my journey in making more money is really this idea that I have to work really hard to make money. And that's an unconscious belief as well as a conscious belief, right? So this idea that like hard work is required or struggle is required. There are so many entrepreneurs or business owners or just people out there, especially, I grew up in New York City. It's like hustle and grind culture to the fucking max, right? And I had this innate belief that I had to hustle and grind in order to make a lot of money. Like I had to progress up the ladder. It was going to take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. And that was just kind of the way it was, right? And that belief system was helpful for a period of time. That belief system was actually beneficial, right? Hard work can get you to make more money in life, right? You can make things happen by working harder, by working longer hours. If you're doing consulting work for $20 an hour and you work 2 more hours a day, you will make more money, right? That's logical. But the hard work is required for more money is ultimately a belief system that capped my income. And so in 2019, I ended up making $250,000 in that year, but I was so fucking burnt out. I was so miserable. I made about $60,000 or $70,000 in December of 2019. So it's not like I was doing really well for the year, but like the end of the year of 2019, I really kind of catapulted and made a lot of money. And I was so tired and so burnt out and so exhausted. And I remember thinking to myself, if a lot of money is going to require this much output and this much energy and this much like of my soul and my essence, I was like, I don't want it. And this comes up for a lot of people. And this came up for Ashley as well. A lot of clients that I coach, a lot of people that I work with, they think that the more energy they spend, the more money they'll make. And if they feel burnt out or they feel stressed or they feel like just tired of their day-to-day grind, they're not going to want to actually continue to show up and want to put in energy because they're so afraid of burnout, right? And so in 2020, after my biggest year ever of making $250,000 in 2019, the first 3 months of 2020, I was miserable. And I was like, I don't want to make any more money, because if I make more money, it's going to require so much more work. Like, it's going to require me to be so stressed out and so exhausted. And like, I just don't want that. And so I had to really overcome these beliefs, and overcome is not the right word. I want to shift that. I had to release these belief systems that said you have to work really hard to make a lot of money, because that belief system was helpful for me to get to 250,000, but I didn't want to double my energy level and output. Like, I didn't want to work twice as hard to make $500,000. I was like gonna explode. I was working weekends and nights, and so I was like, this can't be the way to make a lot of money, right? And so what I did was I looked around. By the way, if any of you have questions as we go, for people that are joining, feel free to put some questions in and I'll answer them around money manifestation, becoming a money magnet, anything that you have questions on with money, guilt, stress, anything like that, and I will give you my thoughts and perspective on it. And so what I did was I looked around me. I looked around on social media. I mean, social media is like such a fucking wonderful place for the ability to identify and connect with people who live lives that you really aspire to live. And I started looking at other people that were in their 30s and even in their 20s, and they were making $500,000, $1 million a year, $2 million a year, and they seemed happy and content. And it's not like there were that many of them, there were only a few. But I would looked at them and I was like, wait a minute, if you can do that, I can do that too. Like, I can 100% do the same thing. And so I used the outside world, I used other people and people that I didn't even know personally as the catalyst and as the main focal point for my belief system to say, I can do that too, right? Like, I know I'm smart. I know I can work hard. I know I have talent. I don't know how I'm going to make that much money, but I'm not worried about the how right now. I'm so focused on just making sure that I believe that I can make more money. And so if you're in a position right now where you're thinking to yourself, I really want to make more money, what I encourage you to do, and this is some homework for everybody, is to start thinking about how much money you want to make, right? So if you're making $5,000 a month, do you want to make $6,000? Do you want to make $10,000? Like, what number do you want to make? And start to imagine yourself making that much money, right? Start to find people around you that make that much money. Start to picture yourself making that much money and see how it feels. See how that mindset can shift. And then when you do that, identify any stories that start popping up as you go, right? So if you're like writing out in your journal, which I have like some notes here, like if you're writing out in your journal, I'm making $5,000, I want to be making $10,000 a month, right? I want to go to $10,000 a month. When you start thinking about that, what stories come up that say that that's not possible for you? Like, what stories are created in your mind that say, oh, I can't do that, right? Because those stories are the stories that are holding you back from making more money. And so I really want to stress the importance of the belief systems that we all have around money, because when you start to identify that everything that you currently believe is, in fact, just created by you or adopted by you at some point in time, they're not ultimate truths. When you like fully internalize and fully understand that, it's like a holy shit moment where you're like, fuck, I can make more money. I can do anything I want. Anything is possible for me. And then you can start to go out into the world and think the questions of like, how can I make this work versus like, is this even possible for me, right? So on the path of becoming a money magnet, the first thing I did was like, I really looked inside and I really cleared up the belief systems. So this is something I teach in my money course, where if you think of yourself as a magnet, you are a magnet as you are. Like, you already are a money magnet, right? You don't need to do anything to become a money magnet. You fucking are a money magnet just because of who you are and your desires. And if you're watching this, you probably desire more money, or you're just supporting me, which I love also. And so if you want to make more money, you need to clean the magnet, right? And you clean the magnet by dispelling limiting beliefs that say that you can't have this, or it's not possible for you, or you can't make more money. And so the first step in this process is to clear out those belief systems. Now, this is kind of all theoretical or existential. It's kind of like higher, bigger picture. So let's kind of get into the actual weeds of like, how do you clear out your belief systems? The first thing you do is become curious. That's a really, really crucial word to use in this. Become curious of your thoughts. So when you walk down the street, when you go out to dinner with your friends, I want you to start to bring more awareness to your thoughts in relation to money. And so a perfect example of that is, one of your friends is like, hey, do you want to go out to eat on Friday night? And the first thing you might think is, how much money is that going to cost me? Or like, I don't want to go to that restaurant, it's too expensive. Or I just bought groceries, right? So I want you to become curious of these thoughts and the belief systems that you have around money. And curiosity is so powerful in this. Curiosity is extremely, extremely powerful when it comes to your thoughts around money, because so often we run on scripts. Like we're saying things and we're doing things. Okay, this is coming through for me. If you want to make more money, you can't do the same shit you're doing right now. Let's just be super blunt about it. You cannot do the same shit you're doing right now to make more money. It's not going to work unless you increase the amount of energy you're putting in, right? So if you want to make more money, you have to do something differently. Something has to change. So what's that thing that has to change? Your belief systems, your thought patterns, your energy, your attraction power. All of that needs to shift. All of that needs to change. It's not that you're going to put in more energy. You certainly can. If you want to put in more energy, I say go for it. But you can try that, because I did. You'll probably get a little burnt out and be like, fuck, maybe I don't want to do this. I want to make more money and make it easier on myself, right? So if you want to do something different and you want to make more money, you have to do something different. So, sorry, let me rephrase that. If you want to make more money, you have to do something different than what you're doing right now, right? And the way that you do something different is by becoming curious of your thoughts and your patterns when it comes to money. Okay. Do we have any questions? Let me check the comments. I got into a little rant there. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's so good to have you guys here. Okay. I want to share a couple more things when it comes to becoming a money magnet, when it comes to, by the way, feel free to ask questions if anybody has any as we go. When it comes to money, when it comes to attracting money, when it comes to making money, I want to share something that's going to really benefit all of you a lot when we're thinking about money. And that's the understanding, so it's not the belief, it's the understanding that money is simply just energy. Okay, what the fuck does that mean? Money is energy. So if you think about it, money in its root, in its core, it's just energy. And what I mean by energy is there's like physical energy, there's emotional energy, time is energy. All these things in our lives are all representations of energy. And money in its root is really just a neutral resource, right? If you're like, I want to buy this cup of coffee, I go to the store and I give them money for this cup of coffee. And so it's a bartering system. It's a point for, trading time, trading this resource for this resource, right? And so the first thing to think about is how can we release and remove the emotional attachment we have around money in order to make more money. So if you're somebody who grew up in a household where money created fights, money created anxiety, money was like never around, so money was always stressing out your family or your friends or stressing you out, right? The first thing I want to do is remind you that money is simply energy. And when you shift your perspective and you understand that money is energy, then it changes your whole perspective on earning money. Because earning money no longer becomes selfish or greedy, or it's going to require a lot of work. It's just a bartering system. This is one of my coach that I currently work with. He and I were having a conversation in the beginning of our coaching, right? He was like, hey, do you want to coach with me? And we were talking through stuff. He was like, I can give you this. He's like, how much is that worth to you? Like, he was basically going to solve a lot of the pain points that I had when it came to money and success and elevating my business. He's like, how much is that worth to you? And I was like, all the money in my bank account. I was like, I'll give you everything if you can help me get to that next level and make more. But I was thinking in my head, like $10,000. I was like, I'll pay you $10,000 a month for this guidance and this advice. And so money, when you think about it, is just a bartering system. It's just a neutral resource. And that, for me, has really helped me release the anxiety, stress, and guilt around money. Where if I spend money that I would have in my past thought was like irresponsible or over the top or like crazy, I now no longer look at it as that. I just look at it as like, okay, that was just more of a resource that I decided to spend, but I'll get more back. Like there's always more coming. Because it's a neutral thing, and I can choose to put emotion and emphasis on money if I want to. But again, going back to curiosity and using that as a tool, why would I feel anxious around spending money? Okay, because I feel like I can fuck it up. Okay, well, why do I feel like I can fuck it up? Because if I spend this money, I won't be able to get more. Okay, well, says who? Well, when I was growing up, my parents always yelled at me if I spent too much money. And you're like, ha ha, got it. It's a fucking belief system I adopted from my family when I was younger, right? I absorbed that as like I was a sponge when I was younger. And my family was like, if you spend money on coffee when we have coffee at home, you are stupid and you're like messing something up. And none of that is fucking true. All that is just a belief system, right? So when it comes to earning more money, if you think about it as a bartering system or a means of exchange, then you can think about, well, how do I make more money? Well, you can make more money by providing services to people that they really care about, right? Providing services to people that they really value. So if you're in a 9-to-5 job and you're feeling like your income is capped in your current job, which I would disagree with you, but we can talk about that another time. Think about other side hustles or side businesses where you can make more money, where you can provide services to other people and provide value to people. And so you can think about charging $100, $1,000, $10,000. Like there's always people that are willing to pay for things that they value, right? So shifting, I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but shifting my perspective around what money truly is has helped me release that death grip on like, fuck, I need more money. Like I gotta make more money, or I need more money in my bank account in order to feel better. It's like none of that actually matters. It's all just energy. It's all just relative, right? Does that make sense? Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. How are we feeling? Hi, everybody. We're talking about money. We're talking about becoming a money magnet. We're talking about how to make more money. We're talking about money manifestation. We're talking about energy of money. We're talking about elevating and making more money. We're talking about money feeling good. So, what else is coming up? One of the things that I credit a lot of my success to, a lot of my ability to earn more money, is going on and building up my, like, I call it an energetic rant, right? I call it a rant of like, money supports me. Money is here for me. Money is flowing in. Money's always flowing in. There's always enough money. And getting into a feeling place where like money is so supportive. Money is there. Money is like so supportive of me. And money's always coming in no matter what I do. Like I can never run out of money, right? And getting into the feelings of the things that I want to have, the relationship I want to have with money. And some people are like, that's delusional, face reality. But again, if you want to do something, if you want different results, you have to fucking do something differently. Like you have to shift something. And so when I talk to one-on-one coaching clients, people in my money courses, what I ask is like, what type of relationship do you want to feel with money? Do you want to feel a relationship of ease, of freedom, of flow, of happiness, of comfort? Like money supports you. If you want to feel that way, then start feeling that way. You're not going to ever make enough money where you're just going to feel totally safe and totally secure. That feeling has to come from inside first, and then the money will be attracted to that. But my question that I typically ask clients is like, how do you feel with money right now? You feel like maybe anxious or stressed, like you want more money, you don't know how to get it, you feel frustrated, you feel like it's like always slipping through your fingers. Okay, well, is that helping you? Is that thought process helping you, right? Probably not. It's probably not doing very much value for you, right? So I want you to shift that focus to, okay, money supports me, money is here for me. Start to feel those feelings of more money. Start to feel how it would feel to have more money. Get into alignment with more money, and then more money can flow into your experience. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's see. I'm checking my emails for if there's any questions. If I hadn't said it before, the money course, which is dubbed Work Less, Make More, which is like such a fucking vibe, is currently open for enrollment. So if you haven't checked that out, you can go to the link in my bio. That will send you to my free webinar, where you can also read about the money course, or you can go to scottytaylorjr.com/money. And in the money course, we talk all about releasing your limiting beliefs around money, becoming an energetic match for more money, how to manifest more money, how to scale your business, passive income, investing. Like, we talk about all of that. So if you want to go much deeper than these conversations, these lives, then the money course is for you. If you're still in the introductory, like 101 level, then these lives are going to be super beneficial to get you to start thinking about money differently, to get you to start exploring relationships with money that are a little bit different than before. And so this is going to be a 5-part IG Live extravaganza. I'll be going live every day. So today is Wednesday. I'll go live Thursday and Friday. And then I'll also go live next Monday, Tuesday, and probably even next Wednesday. Maybe even next Thursday. Who knows? Maybe this will be like a 7-day extravaganza. And so if you have questions, you can email me, assistant@scottytaylorjr.com. My team will gather those and prepare them for me. Or you can always write comments in these if anybody has any questions. Hi, Sarah. It's good to see you. And I think that's all I have to say for today. And I'm excited we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram. That's why I keep looking back and forth. We're just like so tech savvy. And, well, I don't know about so tech savvy, but I'm in my Audi dealership. I'm currently buying out my Audi lease. So they're like working on my car right now, but I scheduled this and I was like, gotta get it done. Thank you. I appreciate that, Anthony. So yeah, I'm excited for all of your guys' journey with money. If you have, okay, so I have one last thing that I want to say. Money should be easy. Money should be flowy. Money should be stress-free. Money should be secure. Money should be safe. Money should just be a solid presence in your life. And it can be a solid, easy presence in your life. Nobody fucking says that it has to be anything different. And if anybody else makes you feel like money has to be stressful, anxiety-provoking, fearful, tense, or otherwise like any type of negative emotion, I want you to tell them to fuck off in a very nice way. Because money can and should be easy. Like, money flows in to my experience all the fucking time. I'm literally always making money. I'm literally always spending money at the same time. Like, my credit card is just getting charged shit all the time. But it's all relative. And this is a belief system that I've adopted. So let me talk about how belief systems become more money. For one, that's going to be the last little thing we'll talk about. So the thought process is, if I change my belief systems, or my belief systems have helped me earn the amount of money that I'm earning right now. Okay, got it. So if I change my belief systems, I can earn more money, right? Perfect. So the thought process is, my belief systems right now are not supporting my journey to make more money, so I'm going to shift my belief systems, and by shifting my belief systems, I'll make more money. So let me put it to you in the context of how I started to explore this. I started understanding that I can make more money, I can make lots of money, I can make millions of dollars, and with the belief systems, like, shit, no, I actually can make a lot of money. I started to think about money differently, which led me to experiences and opportunities and other forms of generating revenue that I would have never thought about before. So I ended up starting my financial planning practice thinking that that would help me make more money. And I've been extremely successful there, and money flows in from there. And then I was like, you know what? With some of this money that I'm making, I'm going to buy an investment property. And now money flows in from there. And then I enjoy so much talking about this stuff, and I enjoy so much providing a different perspective around money, that I ended up starting to do one-on-one coaching. And now I make almost $10,000 a month from one-on-one coaching that I never in a million years thought I would be coaching. And then I started up a mastermind group, and I charge $2,000 a month for my mastermind, and it's a high-level mastermind. Who would have thought I'd make like almost $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 from a mastermind on a monthly basis? And then I was like, how do I create more scale and more scalability and more income potential? An online digital course. So I created an online digital course that I now sell. And that's really the main reason why I'm going live, is to talk about that as well. But all these opportunities came because I wanted to make more money, and I was committed to seeing things differently. If I kept the old perspective of like hard work is required to make money, I care what other people think about me, I care about how the world views money and how the world deals with money, if I consistently believed all of that, I would have stayed in my 9-to-5 job, or I would have stayed in corporate, in my consulting role where I was charging $25 an hour, because I would have believed that was all that was possible for me. So I never ever in a million years could have predicted that I'd be doing one-on-one coaching. Like if you rewind 2 years ago, I'd be like, you're crazy. Why would I do one-on-one coaching? I'm not a coach. And here we are. And now I make a shit ton of money from coaching, and I love it. But those opportunities and those experiences came because I shifted my mindset, and I started to allow things into my life because my perspective was different. So if you're in the world and you're like, how can I make more money? How can I make $5,000 more per month? Your brain will start to find solutions. You'll start to change the way that you view money. If you go out into the world and you're like, I can't make $5,000 more per month, you're going to find examples of that, right? You're going to prove yourself right or wrong in these scenarios. Whew, that was good. I like that. Okay. I think that's it. Hi, everybody. I love you all. Thank you for joining. And if you're watching the replay also, I love you. And my money course, TNC, it's live. It's open for enrollment until October 15th. So I'm not sure when you're watching this, but if you want to explore this concept deeper, the money course is a really awesome resource. It's a 6-module online digital program designed to completely fucking revamp your entire relationship with money, make you earn more money, show you the path to making more money, and making your life easier. Everything I know and everything I've learned around money and making more money and becoming a money magnet is in that program. And it's only open for enrollment until October 15th. So if you're interested, you can go to scottytaylorjr.com/money. I'll put the link in the description here if you're watching a replay. And if you're not quite ready to make an investment, then I have a free webinar that gives more information. It's a pre-recorded webinar, so you can watch it whenever you want. But that webinar, I go into the top 3 secrets that I've developed in my path to making more money, to scale my business, and to work less and make more. So that's a free webinar. That link is in my bio. Again, depending on when you're watching this, maybe I changed the link in my bio, but you can find my free webinar on my website, scottytaylorjr.com. I think it's all over there as well. And I love you all. And money can support you, and money can be easy, and money can be flowy, and let's just get into that vibe. Like you can make more money. You can, period, end of story. Do you need my permission? No. Am I giving you permission? Absolutely. I love it. I entertain myself. There could be 0 people on this live and I would entertain myself. Okay, I love you all. I will be going live again tomorrow on Thursday, so tune in then if you want more. We'll be going into more money stuff. I'll probably tell you more stories about my credit card debt and all that good stuff, so stay tuned. And that's that. Have a great day, you.